Real cases, real crimes. Some vanish without a trace. Others leave behind more questions than answers. When the trail goes cold and the truth hides in the shadows. This is Mysteries Unsolved. What happened to Amy Bradley? On March 24, 1998, 23-year-old Amy Lynn Bradley vanished without a trace while aboard the Rhapsody of the Seas, a Royal Caribbean cruise ship sailing through the Caribbean. The case remains one of the most perplexing and haunting disappearances in maritime history. Amy, a recent graduate of Longwood University, had everything to look forward to. She had just moved into a new apartment, secured a promising job, and was excited to return home to her newly adopted bulldog, Daisy. Described as happy and full of life, Amy was vacationing with her family, parents Ron and Iva and brother Brad, on a week-long cruise departing from San Juan, Puerto Rico. On the night of March 23rd, Amy and Brad enjoyed a lively evening at the ship's nightclub, dancing and mingling with other passengers and members of the ship's band, Blue Orchid. Brad returned to their cabin around 3:35 a.m., followed by Amy shortly after. The two chatted briefly before Brad went to sleep. At approximately 5:15 a.m., Ron Bradley awoke to find Amy asleep on the cabin's private balcony. Not wanting to disturb her, he returned to bed. But by 6 a.m., she was gone. Her shoes and cigarettes were also missing. Panicked, Ron searched the ship, but Amy had vanished. The ship docked in Curaçao that morning. The Netherlands Antilles Coast Guard conducted a 4-day search by sea and air. No trace of Amy was found. Authorities initially speculated Amy might have fallen overboard, but this theory was quickly dismissed. Amy was a trained lifeguard, and there was no evidence suggesting an accident. Nor did she have any reason to disappear voluntarily. The FBI conducted extensive interviews and background checks, finding no indication she intended to harm herself or run away. Instead, attention turned to a far more disturbing possibility: abduction and human trafficking. Several unconfirmed sightings of Amy in the years following her disappearance supported this theory. In August 1998, tourists claimed they saw a woman resembling Amy on a Curaçao beach. In 1999, a U.S. Navy sailor named Frank Jones reported seeing her in a brothel, where she allegedly pleaded for help, claiming she was not allowed to leave. Jones failed to report this sighting promptly. In 2005, another witness reported seeing a woman matching Amy's description in a department store restroom, accompanied by 2 men. The woman allegedly said her name was Amy Bradley and asked for help. She was later identified from photos. Adding to the disturbing narrative, photos resembling Amy surfaced on an adult travel website, suggesting she may have been trafficked. Though unverified, these images fueled the belief that Amy was alive but being held against her will. Despite these leads, no solid evidence ever surfaced. No one was charged, and the ship's crew, including the band members Amy had interacted with, were never formally implicated. Royal Caribbean stated they fully cooperated with authorities and allowed crew to take polygraph tests. The Bradley family, however, felt the cruise line did not do enough. In March 1999, they filed a lawsuit accusing Royal Caribbean of negligence and emotional distress. Midway through the investigation, the FBI maintained Amy's case as an open missing person file. They have publicly stated there's no reason to believe Amy would have left her family willingly. A $25,000 reward remains in place for information leading to her recovery or the conviction of those responsible. The Bradley family has supplemented this with their own reward: $250,000 for her safe return and $50,000 for information leading to her confirmed location. Do you think someone on the ship was involved? Let us know your theory in the comments. Amy's disappearance has had a lasting impact. It brought increased scrutiny to the cruise industry, particularly regarding passenger safety and the handling of onboard disappearances. Her case has been featured on America's Most Wanted, Dr. Phil, and is the subject of an upcoming Netflix documentary, Amy Bradley is Missing, premiering July 16, 2025. More than 25 years later, Amy Lynn Bradley's fate remains unknown. Her family continues to search for answers, holding on to hope that one day she will come home. Like, share, and subscribe for more cases. Thanks for watching another episode of Mysteries Unsolved.